Life had changed. Girls Aloud were on the map. All they needed now was a killer song. Nobody expected what came next.
Yeah, disco dancing with the lights down low. Sound of the Underground was just one of those songs that as soon as we heard it, we were like, yes!
I remember instantly being like, oh, that's brilliant.
It felt like we had something that was fresh for us rather than us just doing an Atomic Kitten track.
What I think people wanted to see with us was our feistiness and our ambition, and bring it on.
I just remember thinking, this is so edgy and so different. People are not ready.
Girls Aloud were taking on pop stars' rivals, One True Voice, to bag the Christmas #1. Sound of the Underground was edgy. And the boys' song wasn't.
Since the Spice Girls, it had been boy bands dominating for a long time, but they didn't know what they were letting themselves in for, and we were a force to be reckoned with.
We're on our way to the first ever photo shoot as Girls Aloud.
You can't be prepared for what you're about to face until you're facing it.
We were everywhere.
It's Girls Aloud!
We were dragged from pillar to post to radio station to radio station to TV show to TV show. We were there.
We'd pull up at traffic lights and shout out the window, "Buy our song!" Like idiots. We're going live on air.
We'd have 4 hours sleep sometimes. We'd have to be able to go off and do another radio promotion or another photo shoot.
Girls Aloud!
Hey! I think it was the excitement that kept us going.
Girls Aloud, sound of the underground.
That's me on the radio.
There we go. I think what it is, that's surprisingly good. Do you know what I mean?
Christmas week arrived. Time for the moment of truth.
This is it, the end of the quest for #1.
The Christmas #1. It's Girls Aloud.
They'd done it. After a fairy tale few weeks, the exhausted girls headed home for Christmas. But home wasn't quite as they remembered.
I just remember being sat at home on Christmas Day watching myself doing Sound of the Underground on Top of the Pops. And it literally was like, this is insane.
Yeah, I watched Top of the Pops on Christmas Day with my mum and my family, and it was almost like I was looking at someone else.
I still felt like the same person, but everything else changed around. The people in the shopping centre were different, whereas like 6 weeks before, you'd just been walking around normal and no one looked at you differently.
Other people treat you different. Other people, the way they say hi, the look in their eye, people that wouldn't have given you the time of day before are willing to snap their necks to wave at you up the street.
The girls had tasted fame, and it was something they'd all have to get used to. Especially the girl from Newcastle.
Slowly but surely you start to realise, actually, I can't nip to the garage in my pyjamas anymore for a pint of milk, even if I want to. Your life just starts to feel different.
Girls Aloud are celebrating their 10 years at the top with a much-awaited reunion. But individually, the girls have never been far from the cameras, as their solo careers have also played an important part of their lives. Cheryl's solo projects have seen her make the move from X Factor judge to movie star, as well as maintaining a pop career that boasts 3 hit albums and as many #1s. Most recently, she's taken on her first headline arena tour.
When I first went solo, it was so daunting. I hadn't anticipated how scary it was going to be.
And it all began for Cheryl's solo career in 2008 after taking part in The Passions of Girls Aloud, a show that would change her life by introducing her to a very special man.
The end result was going to be me just dancing in Will's video. And from there, I built this amazing relationship with Will. He was the person that encouraged me to go solo. If it wasn't for that moment, I wouldn't be here right now. When I got to know Will more, the more he would bring out in me because of his confidence in me. It made me feel like, I can do this. Maybe I can, maybe I should. I remember thinking, oh God, he's gonna hate what I'm gonna do, he's gonna hate it. And he played a track and I just wrote and it just came off the pen like that and he loved it. I wrote 6 tracks and he loved every single one of them.
But there's one track that will always remain close to Cheryl's heart.
Fight for This Love is like a huge part of my life now. It was everything I wanted to say, everything I felt, put into a song. Performing at the Brits was a really great time for me. To feel the reaction back, with not being with the girls, being alone for the first time ever, and having that sort of response was an incredible time in my life. I'll never ever forget it. It's all thanks to Will, really.
6 months after forming, Girls Aloud released their first studio album. Sound of the Underground was certified platinum and established the girls as major recording stars with 3 top 10 hits. It was their partnership with pop producer Brian Higgins that created Girls Aloud's distinctive sound, with more hooks in their songs than most bands manage in a lifetime.
Can I change the levels?
The recording process at Brian's was quite different to what I expected. Initially, we were kind of very like, we don't want to do it like that, and oh, we don't think that sounds good. And then he was kind of like, you don't tell me what sounds good.
Brian has his own amazing workshop going on there that's specific to him.
But we'd never sing a full song. It would be, here is 18 parts, learn them in the lounge, and then come up and sing them.
We've never been given a complete song to sing and been like, that's what the song's going to be. We always start not knowing what on earth it's going to turn out like.
I remember when we first heard Biology, it sounded like 3 songs in one. And I think it was actually 3 different songs that they pieced together. And we freaked out when we heard Biology. We thought, what the hell?
It's just such a unique relationship between us and them. It created a sound that nobody could pinpoint, nobody could say, it's like so-and-so. It was very much Girls Aloud sound.
And it was this sound that captured the nation's hearts. With a string of hit tracks under their belts, the girls were in demand. Now the real hard work began.
We were daily in a vehicle or on an aeroplane going somewhere, whether it was Europe or whether it was just up to Glasgow.
We're all knackered because we've been up since like, some up since 5, some up since 6 this morning.
I mean, literally, sometimes we were in the car for a week, 2 weeks.
I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm cold. Sarah, are you in a better mood today?
Some nights we didn't even go home to bed because we'd be doing a radio gig and then we'd travel back and then we'd be up for GMTV. Like, sometimes we didn't actually go to bed. It was madness.
Please, let's hear it for Girls Aloud.
It's Girls Aloud!
It's Girls Aloud.
We became so good at falling asleep within seconds, and you would get really good at sleeping in such a way that your makeup wouldn't move too much. So you're trying to keep your hair straight and your makeup and sleep at the same time.
You're waking up at 5 in the morning, you're travelling all day, you're talking, you're dancing, you're rehearsing, you're doing photo shoots. I mean, it is intense and it's crazy hard work. Very rarely we would have a perfect day. There's always a drama of some description.
Yeah, I can't breathe now.